Well, a lot of us have had enough of the snow, including Shelley Downing of Vassar, taking this funny picture yesterday, sending it in. Unfortunately, more snow, especially from the Tri-Cities northward, is on the way during the morning and early to mid-afternoon hours tomorrow. In fact, a winter weather advisory is in effect from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. for most of us. That expiration time varies a little bit in our far western counties along US 127, but the basic idea is that things will be messy tomorrow, late morning into the middle afternoon hours. We're also looking at high winds coming in tomorrow night from 7 p.m. until Friday at 6 p.m. So a windy night tomorrow night into the day on Friday. We're expecting strong winds that could gust as high as 45 miles an hour. So lots of weather to talk about. After a quiet night tonight, the mixed precipitation at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, according to Futurecast, starts to move on in. We're also going to have some fog to deal with in the morning hours too, and some of that could start to freeze on bridges and overpasses even before the precip gets here. So be prepared for some slick travel as you head off to work tomorrow. It'll get worse as we head towards noon. You can see the pinks here indicating a mixture of freezing rain and snow, mainly snow as you head further off to the north. At 2 in the afternoon, I think, is when the winter weather is at its worst. We'll be looking at up to a quarter of an inch of ice south of the Tri-Cities along the I-69 corridor by the time the things change back over to just plain old liquid rain after about 3 p.m. At 11:30 p.m., we're going to be looking at heavy rain and even some thunderstorms moving into the region. Localized flooding, too, not because we're expecting a lot of rain. Generally, a half an inch or so is what we're looking at in terms of rainfall, but a lot of the storm drains are clogged, so any rain combined with snowmelt that we do get just isn't going to have any place to go. So watch out for localized street flooding during the evening hours on Thursday. At 11:30 p.m., you can still see the potential exists from, say, around Standish northward for some mixed precipitation. And then as we head into the overnight period, early in the morning on Friday, most of that starts to move on out of here, but that's when the winds pick up. We could still be looking at a little bit of light rain and snow during the morning and early afternoon hours on Friday, but primarily a wind event as we head through the overnight hours into the day on Friday. This is what we're expecting on Thursday morning, mainly ice and snow along the I-69 corridor and points to the south, so actual snowfall accumulations will be pretty limited in this particular area here, but we're looking at the potential for 2 to 3 inches of snow from the thumb over to the Tri-Cities and Gratiot County and points northward. Tonight, once again, looking quiet, 22 degrees for a low, so it will be a little bit colder than it was last night. That high tomorrow, although we'll spend most of the day in the 30s at best, we should get up into the mid-40s during the evening hours just before that cold front gets here. Again, we're watching for fog. We're watching for freezing rain along the I-69 corridor. Even up towards the Tri-Cities, we could briefly have some freezing rain and then some accumulating snow in the Tri-Cities, 2 to 3 inches, primarily freezing rain around Flint until mid-afternoon. And then we all gradually change over to just liquid rain by late afternoon. Except in our northern counties where the mixed precip could hang on a little bit longer. This is what we're looking at Thursday night. The winds pick up, the rain and thunderstorms change back over to a mixture or even snow. Limited accumulations of snow expected on Friday. High temperatures around 36 degrees. Finally, we quiet down on Saturday. A few very light snow showers possible. Highs in the upper 20s, mid-20s, and quiet on Sunday. And then the Arctic air returns next week. In fact, by Wednesday, we're looking at highs only around 14 degrees.